Hi everyone, my name is Yasmin and this is my channel Yasmin's Made with Love. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Today is Monday, the 6th of February. It is a week since I've recorded last. I'm gonna take my glasses because I cannot see the glare. So I have got a few things to show you today. I have got 2 weeks worth of stitching. Because my previous video was kind of special Flosstube, I wasn't showing you any of my projects. I only showed you my wall of birds, and I have showed you my bird patterns. So I have got quite lots of stitching to show you. I have got some whips and finishes, new starts. I've done a little bit of shopping as well, so I would like to share this with you as well, and some further plans for the February. But before we get into a stitchy portion of this video, I would like to say massive thank you to everyone who shouted me out in the recent weeks. For very different reasons. Some of you because you purchased my fundraising charts and you shouted me out to raise the awareness and bring more people towards my fundraising page. So I am extremely grateful for that. And I've also received lots of shout outs for people who encourage others to stop by and watch my channel. So I am extremely thank you to you all. I already personally thank you to you on your YouTube channels, but I wanted to make a big announcement here as well. I have really appreciated your thoughts and your support toward my channel and everything what I do. Thank you once again. Right, so since it's been only a week since I've recorded last, because as I mentioned on my previous video, February I will be recording weekly as a request of the viewers. Here I am. Let me tell you a little bit more about my previous week. It's been very busy. So I found it really difficult to fit in my marathon training into the week. I have been to school trips with my children on Tuesday with my daughter and then Friday with my son. Then in between there was a strike. So the teachers from my children's school, their union was striking. So the school were closed for a day. So I had them at home as well. So I actually found it really difficult to do any of my planned, running sessions. So I've run only on Tuesday and Thursday. I've done a little bit more of kind of physical training, like weight training, and lots of HIIT, which is the high intensive interval training. I'm telling you about that because in the previous videos I've received the comments of quite a few people saying, oh, would you share with us your how you doing with your marathon training. So that's why I'm kind of giving you a little brief summary how my training week went. So it wasn't very successful. I wasn't able to complete all of my plan for the week 6 of marathon training. Today is my last day. However, I train in a different way. As I've mentioned, I've done lots of workout at home. It was also a little bit challenging week, kind of feel mentally, because I wasn't very kind to myself. Marathon training has got 2 parts. One is the physical part, and then you've got the mental part when of the training. So the physical part, I think, is the easiest one because when you exercise, when you train, your body eventually get used to the more intensive and the physical aspect on it. Your body will become stronger. However, your mental training, it's really hard because your head will give up on you much sooner than your body. And last week I kind of I felt really bad about about all of the the progress I have been doing, and I have been really unkind to myself. So I had to kind of have a little sit down and really have a good talk with myself. Your size doesn't matter, your size doesn't matter. Six-pack is not making you a faster runner. Size of your hip and your waist, does not make you a less runner. I kind of compared myself to where I was last year and the year before that, and this really bumped me down. I really felt bad about myself. But then, like, I just kind of felt like, it's extremely silly. 2 years ago, you were in a completely different stage of your life and of your training. So, I always say people never compare yourself to anybody else. And, avoid Instagram as much as you can, especially those, young influencer who tells you then you have to be a specific size to be an extremely good athlete and, run really well. So, yeah, I quickly, get myself out of these dark thoughts and I finished the week on high, because yesterday I've attended the 10K organized by Winter Run in support, in aid for the Cancer Research UK, and I got myself this little baby. I mean, it was incredible. I have been posting a little bit of stories from yesterday's event. It is a wonderful event. This is the third time I took part. This event has been running for 5 years, and during those 5 years, the Winter Run organization were able to raise almost £5 million towards cancer research. This is the money which comes from all of the donations, fundraising, but also from all of the entry tickets. The profits from it goes to towards the charity as well. So this was the third year when I took part, and I feel extremely privileged. And I am just a tiny number of this success. I had a tiny part in making this event such a wonderful success. So yesterday I have finished my 10K on quite strong. It was one of the strongest run I did this year. So definitely my marathon training is going in the right way. So whatever has been happening with me last week is all gone now, and I look forward to start week 7 from tomorrow. Strong and positive. So this is all of my marathon talking. Now I would love to talk to you about stitching. So before I show you all of my current projects, I wanted to show you one of my archive. So on a previous video, I kind of went down on the shelves and I showed you my finished birds pillows, and I kind of forget to show you this one. So this is last year finish, and this is Barbara and a Patriotic ABC, and original design is in the blue, white and red, so like American colors, Americana. However, I adapted this pattern and I made it into more kind of Polish traditional color, which is white and red. So this is my another bird from archive, and it sits here with my patriotic finishes. Right, so now let me show you what I have been stitching in those past 2 weeks. So first I would like to show you the projects which I've worked on before I've started the February, so the final few days of January. Okay, so the first project I've worked on, it is my fundraising chart called Dream Big Dreams. And I am stitching this slowly. I am aiming to finish it by the date of my marathon, which is the 23rd of April. I've also added the date already, so 2304, and then I will be, you know, doing 2023. I am using the Called for DMCs, and this is 32 count buttermilk Fabric Flair. I think the colors might be a little bit, I mean, there is a lot of golds and browns in here. I absolutely love this project. So yeah, I've built the House of Parliaments and the London Eye, although I still have a few details to add. I've finished the saying, and I've decided, although I've charted then the area around the saying is left blank, I've decided to fill this in. So I've added a little bit extra work to this project, but it is a wonderful, and I look forward to continue working on it each month. So by April, I would love to have this done. I have also worked on my new fundraising chart, which I've released on 1st of February. This is the 5th and final fundraising chart, and it is a Quaker style sampler. When I released those fundraising chart, I wanted to have them in a variety of styles. So at least one chart would, you know, place or kind of, you know, suit the purpose of stitches, because people like to stitch lots of different things. So I have done a sampler, I have done the floral kind of a bouquet. This is the Quaker, which I'm about to show you, and then I've done the bird, which is just right behind me, and I also have done the like a band sampler as well. So I kind of thought, you know, those 5 samplers, they represent lots of different styles, so kind of was aiming for like a wider audience, something for everyone. So this is the final design. It's not fully stitched yet because I am slowly, you know, working on it as well, but I will include a cover picture over here. It is called Tulips and Stars, and I am using colors from Tom and Lily Creations, which are hand dyed, and I am using fabric from the same company as well. So I really like the combination of kind of lilac and greens. This is the color gems colorways, so all of the greens and blues, beautifully variegated. So this is where I am for now. The reason I call this chart Tulips and Stars is because this element really reminds me of tulips, and then when they are put it together as a cluster, it creates a star. It looks like a snowflakes to me as well, but I kind of thought a star would be more appropriate with the tulip. So I absolutely love this Quaker. Now, this chart has got 2 conversions. I converted this chart into a DMC, so I tried to find the closest match I could to the Tom and Lily's Creations threads, and I think I've done a pretty good job. And I also included in the chart Tom and Lily's Creation threads as well, in case if you would like to you know, stick to the original design. So chart also has got a you know, color version and then black and gray version, just with the symbols, just to kind of, you know, serve the purpose to, you know, variety of stitches, and, you know, make sure that everyone feels comfortable and is easy to read for lots of other people. So yeah, so this is my 5th and final fundraising chart. Now, all of the details for my fundraising page you can find in the box below under this video. So there is my email address where you can send the confirmation of your donation. I've also included the 10% code for the Tom and Lily Creations website, when you can purchase threads, fabric, and or subscription, because this code allows you to to purchase stuff on their website and their Etsy store. By using the code, you will get a 10% discount. So yeah, exciting, very, very exciting. So this was my stitching before the February the 1st, before the big February. And actually, I would like to say thank you to my viewer who allied me then. February has been created by a cross-stitch designer, a YouTuber, and an Instagram user called Mislaid Stitches. She's the one who initiated the February, and she also creates each year a bird box with patterns, threads, all of the goodies. So yeah, so because after receiving this comment from a viewer, I've also watched the Marumi Craft unboxing one of those February box designed by Miss Late Stitches. I think I'm saying this right, otherwise I will put the correct name on the screen, and it looks fabulous, so I look forward to sign up for it next year. So birds, we're talking birds. Sorry, I had a brain freeze for a second. So I have managed to finish one project last week, and it is my own design, and it is Atom Owl, and I've stitched this with called for DMCs. I charted this with the variegated DMCs, and this is 36 count Fabric Flair cabbage, excuse me, and I really, really love it, and I will be finishing this either in the frame, and I will hang it maybe over here, or I will finish it as a pillow. I actually would love to get a suggestion from you, what would be the best way to display this, as a frame project or as a pillow. So please let me know in a comment below what would look better. But it is stitched and I absolutely love it, and I think the variegation on the DMC is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, so this is my finish from last week, so the February 1st finish. Now I have been working on my old whip from last year. It was my new year, new start in January of 2022, and I am almost finished, and it is, I have a chart. Let me show you the cover picture. So this is the folk bird by Etsy seller, Russian Etsy seller, which is not longer available. I've also received a question to provide the name, so I could do like a Google search, but actually me and Charlie, we were trying and I could not find this seller anywhere. It is Stitches something. I'll put across the screen if you would love to have a go on finding this designer. But this is what I am now. So I literally finished everything, and I have got now the bed butt to work on. So I'm hoping then it will be finished this week as well. I am using the similar DMC color with exception to this green, which is as is called for. And again, this is on 32 count buttermilk Fabric Flair. So yes. Okay, next project I've worked on, it is my new start, and I absolutely love working on it. And this is the woodpecker by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I'll take this off. I'm sorry, I'm sitting against the window, so that's why the glare is a little bit more, you know, visible. Usually I'm recording in my craft room. However, since it is a Fabric Flair and it's all about birds, so I thought, you know, having the birds in the background would really enhance, you know, all of the concept of Fabric Flair. So this is the woodpecker, and I am stitching my woodpecker on 32 count tea stain by Fabric Flair. And I am using conversion of Tom and Lily Creations thread, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think I have done a quite good match. The red, it is a DMC. It's not a code for DMC, but it is one of the DMC, and the darker shades, it is as is called for DMC. So this is actually the only DMC I'm using, and everything else is Tom and Lily Creations threads. And I absolutely love this project. It's going to be finished 7 by 9 because I'm stitching this on 32 count, and I wanted to have it finished in this size since I have got a really nice ornate frame which I would like to use for this and also for the barn owl, and add it on the top of this bird display. But I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. So I don't have got that much left because there is like another tree. Let's have a look. So yeah, so like another tree and the bottom of the bird and the tree on the other end. So I think I could finish it in the evening, because on the evening I stitch for several hours, usually between 6 to 7 hours. I am a night a nocturnal animal. I stay up for really long at night. So once my children are in bed about 8:30, I stitch until 1 or 2 o'clock, and I watch telly or I watch YouTube or I watch something and I stitch. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish this project in one of the evenings this week. Now, the next project I'm about to show you, it is designed by me. It is available in my Etsy store. However, it is a computer-generated image for now. The chart itself has got 2 conversions. One is full DMC conversion, and this is kind of more brighter and more kind of saturated version of the design. I'll put a picture over here so you can see how does it look like. But I've also included the conversion of the Tom and Lily's creation threads, which I am actually using for the model stitch. I obviously the Tom and Lily's threads are a little bit more subtle or like a little bit less bright. However, they have got the same character. So this is where I am with my Everything Has Beauty. And I really like, it's quirky and it's sweet, has got patterns, and I'm really responding to patterns. I'm a visual person. I am drawn to bright colors and patterns, and you know, this is my language. You know, the words are not my language. Color and patterns, it is definitely the way I express myself the most and the best. So this is where I am with my owl. I am not really rushing to finish it. It is a very much pleasure stitching in between all the other projects. I enjoy using the variegated threads by Melissa. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And I am stitching this on 32 count coffee stain Fabric Flair. Fabric Flair, it is my favorite fabric to stitch on. The quality of linen and even weave is fantastic. It's fully washable because it is a printed fabric. It is easily available in the UK. I have purchased quite a lot, which I'm about to show you once I finish the stitchy portion. And I will tell you about the best place to get the Fabric Flair fabric. The customer service is wonderful. So yes, so I am a massive fan of Fabric Flair, and I also think it's affordable compared to more other businesses. And I think because it's a locally stock and the delivery is just, it is free UK delivery. Because it is a UK based distributor, I kind of avoid paying all of the custom and all of the shipping costs from US, because that's where mainly the the well-known fabric dyers are based in. Okay, so this was everything what I have finished and I have been working on in those past 2 weeks. Now I also wanted to work on something which I already started in last year, and it is a bed related, so I thought it would be really nice to have some finishes as well, to kind of work towards reducing the number of whips I have, because I had 24, however I finished something, but then again I've added more to it, so I think the 24 is still kind of, or is somewhere there, 24, maybe 25. So if I could reduce some more of my older whips, that would be wonderful, because I will be starting some more beds, in the next few days and few weeks. So yeah, it would be lovely to at least have something finished. So the project which I started last year, and it is by Kathy Berwick, and it is Pennsylvanian Fractal. I purchased this on her in her Etsy store as a PDF, and I am using similar colors on 40 count Fabric Flair linen. And I mean, I don't like 40 count. I mean, I really don't like 40 count. I found it really hard to stitch 1/2, but because I wanted to reduce the size, that's why I've stitched on the 40 count. But I'm not enjoying working on this project, so maybe that's why it takes me so long to finish it. But because I am already quite into this project, like I've done a little bit of work on it, I just don't want to abandon it, so I decided to carry on. So if I could add the final bird to this row and finish this little chubby one, then I would be happy. At least I have worked on this a little bit, because it is a gorgeous design. It's just because I don't like 40 count, it makes it a little bit harder for me to work on it. Okay, and then another whip which I've started last year during the Pride month. It is a modern fork embroidery, Move Forward in Love. It is not typically bird design, however it has got birds in all 4 corners, so like 8 birds. I thought I could finish it as well. I could work on it and have it done. So I stitch on it quite a lot. It's like majority of work it's been done, or maybe not majority, but like 1 quadrant is done. And since I am using variegated DMC, so I don't have to change the colors, I could just finish it. So yeah, obviously I've already left the space for the 2023, so I will just cover this area. Yeah, so I will just leave the saying Move Forward in Love, but I won't be having a date on it. And then the negative space I will be filling in with 3777 DMC, just to make it more stand out, but not kind of overtaking the design itself. So this is where I am. And obviously I would love to have some new start as well, because you know that's the whole idea, and that's the whole fun part about February, to be able to work on as many beds as I am wanting to. So I decided to take out something I kitted up last year, and it is from the magazine, from the World of Cross Stitch magazine, and it is designed by Jurain Jones, and it is finished as a placemat. It is a chicken placemat, and I have got called for DMCs, and I will be stitching this on Fabric Flair 32 count, and the size is 120 by 120. So on 14 counts it finishes 8.5 by 8.5. So if I would do 32 count, then maybe I could finish it in 8 by 8, or maybe a little bit somewhere in this you know, in this area. So I really like it. I think it's fun, it's quirky, it's different, and it has got only 4 DMC colors, so love it. A little bit back stitching to do, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but we'll see. So yeah, so this was all of my stitching and all of my work from 2 weeks. I have got a little bit of stash to show you, not stash, like purchases, haul. Nothing too excessive, with exception to threads, because on my previous video I did mention I have purchased quite a lot of, sorry for the crinkling, I have purchased quite a lot of threads from Tom and Lily Designs, Tom and Lily Creations, sorry, through their Etsy store, and the threads arrived quite some times ago. So now what I have done is, obviously some of them I put it into a thread pack. So this is the threads I am using for the woodpecker, so they are on the separate ring, and this is the threads I am using for Everything Has Beauty. So this is the remaining colors which I put it onto a separate rings, color coordinated. So those were all of my kind of pinks and reds. I mean, this variegation is gorgeous. Like, I am really excited when I see colors. Like, you have got no idea how much emotion this brings inside me, and how responsive I am to color. So this is kind of all of my blues and grays. And then all of the oranges. Some of them are like the multiple colors, because I bought like few colors of specific shades which I liked it. So this is all my browns. They are fantastic, and the variegation on them is very gentle. So so when you stitch, it looks beautiful, but you don't have those kind of harsh color changes from like extremely light to extremely dark. Everything is very subtle and beautiful, and I have been playing with those colors. So on few projects I've stitched like full cross each time, and on few occasion I done one leg all the way, and then you know the other leg all the way back. And I have to tell you, then the variegation is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you example. So like this orange variegation, I done one leg one way, and then the other leg all the way to the other side. So the variegation is very subtle. Now on the brown portion over here, I've done the whole cross the full cross each time, so you can see the variegation is more kind of visible and stand out more. So I really love that. I really love that. And then I have got my yellows, whites, and blues. I've ordered some more greens as well, so I look forward to receive them. Now, I'm talking quite a lot about those threads. I'm not being sponsored by Melanie whatsoever. However, I have been received the questions because Melanie is based in the south of France. How much is the waiting time for the delivery and what is the cost of the delivery? So when I placed my order for the very first time for all of those threads, it took less than a week for the threads to arrive, and because it was a massive number of threads plus fabric, she divided them into a 2 envelope, and then on the invoice there was instruction that this is envelope 1 of 2. So I knew then there is another envelope coming, and on the next day the second envelope came, so I knew then my order was delivered fully. And the delivery cost is £3.48 from south of France to London, UK. So it is a really reasonable delivery. £3, like, yeah, it's like local standard, you know, Royal Mail cost. So I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about the service and quality of threads and everything. I highly recommend them. And as I've mentioned, I'm not being sponsored by Melanie. You know, she kindly provided a 10% discount for all of you, which I don't have anything, you know, I don't get bite from it. But I will really encourage you to go and have a little look around her website and Etsy store. What else? I've also received my January fabric of the month from Fabrics by Crafty Kate. And I am in the 32 count club, and the January, it is kind of pinkish, like a really light, delicate pinkish with like a little smears of lilac. It's really gorgeous, not natural. So yeah, I really look forward to use it. So this is my fabric of the month. She also will be sending, I think, invoice today because it's 5th for the February. So I look forward to the February as well. She did show us the sample, which is again neutral because that's what I sign up for. I also ordered a Murano 32 count hand dyed by Tom and Lily Creation in a shades of coral, and it is gorgeous. So this arrived all together with threads. Gorgeous, gorgeous, fantastic. And I've also ordered some fancy flosses for the Year in the Woods charts from Patchwork Rabbit, and then few DMCs, missing DMCs to close my DMC stash collection from a Wool Warehouse. And this is pretty much everything what I have shopped. Oh no, I wanted to show you fabric. So fabric. Before I get to the fabric, I wanted to share with you, last time Sarah on Instagram was doing the destash of her charts, and I purchased the cactus cut. So I really love it, and Sarah very kindly included the called for fabric to this chart, which is 18 count linen premium fabric by Permin. And I think, I mean, this is gorgeous with some lovely knots. So thank you so much, Sarah. A wonderful gift. And now I have got a Fabric Flair fabric to show you, which I have been purchasing from the UK based seller. It is called Sew It All, SEW all ALL. Yeah, Sew It ITALL. Sew It All. So I purchased 32 count tea stain. So very lovely natural color. It's pretty much as it look. I did buy 32 count coffee au lait. Again, that's pretty much, it's like a beigey brown with like lovely mottling on it. This is 32 count buttermilk, which is one of my favorite fabrics, the shades, and like it's really, it's like, it's not stiff, but it's stiff enough so you can stitch in hand, but it's soft enough so you can actually put it on a hook or Q-snap. So I really love it. Then I have got 36 counts of buttermilk as well, for some of the projects which I would like to have it stitched on the smaller size. And this is 36 count sand dune. Again, lots of neutrals. This is 32 count sparkles neutral. So it has got like a little specks. Polka Heart Grey, 32 count. Polka Heart Pink, 32 count. I was going to use it for Valentine projects, however, I'm not I'm not stitching any Valentine this year. And this is just a natural 32 count linen. And this is Coffee Stain, which I've already chopped some part from, 32 count. And the final, oh no, this is a fabric which just get caught with my fabrics new purchases. So yeah, so this is everything what I had for you when it comes to stitching and purchases. Now I would love to announce the giveaway winners from 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago in the video 35, I've offered 5 copies of my Love Makes Everything Easy, and I will include a video of winners as I draw them. So I'll see you all very soon. Okay, so I have done the YouTube video. The word was bad, and there is a 53 comments, and now I'm going to be picking up the winner. Let's see. Stitchy Sister is the first winner. Pick another winner. Crafty Yams is the second winner. Carmen Taylor is the third winner. Linda Kennison is the fourth winner. And Kim Pickup is the fifth winner. So congratulations. So congratulations to all of the winners. Now please, if you could email me your email so I can send you a copy. You know, alternatively you can DM me on the Instagram, but make sure then you tell me your name and your email address so I know then where to send the chart. Now a little bit of housekeeping. I know that there was quite lots of scamming happening over the YouTube with false giveaway winners, and people were asking to pay for postage and you know, responding to certain emails or going to certain website. Whatever giveaways I am doing on my channels, they are not, I will never ask you to pay for anything. Everything I am paying for. So if I am sending charts overseas, I pay for the chart, I pay for the postage and for everything else. So I won't be commenting on the comment under the video. The only way to claim your prize and to find out if you are the winner is by watching the video. I know that in the past, I think last year, I have commented on few people to kind of remind them to come and claim their charts. I won't be doing this again, just in case if you know, if any scammers would pick this up and they would try to get something from people. So if you are one of the 5 winners which I drawn, you know, in this short video clip, please email me on Yasmin'sMadewithLove@gmail.com, or contact me or DM me on my Instagram account. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all next week. I will be having 4 giveaways again, so I hope to see you there again. Bye for now. See you on Monday.